Hey guys, come on in. I'm gonna put some lipstick on so that I have a little bit of color on my face. I'm gonna play a Lindell here. Get this on real quick and have a little bit of color in my face. This is the extent of makeup that I wear these days, y'all. I quit wearing makeup 20 years ago. I actually didn't like the way that it felt on my face, and I thought, why am I doing this? And so I just stopped. I just stopped. All right, so hey, Amanda, come on in. All right, so what we're going to do is I have a stencil from Essential Stencil here. This is a stencil of the month. This is no longer available, but there is always a stencil of the month that you can, all right, let me put this out here, that you can order, and you can use my code, nothing is wasted. 3 words, nothing is wasted, no spaces, and then you'll get, if you're a first time signing up, there's a, I think you get like 50% off the premium or something like that. I forget, but anyway, it's a good deal. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take that stencil, and then I also want to take this sunflower that I casted in resin, casting resin, and we are going to put these two together and see what happens. So I'm kind of going for a light touch on the yellow. I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna. This is probably a good combination. So I'm gonna show y'all because I want a lighter background, and then the sunflower is gonna have a little bit more pop to it. Is the theory. That's gonna be our theory. So, and I've got to when I get finished here. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Isn't that pretty? So I've taken just a little bit of some of this is called buttercream, and a little bit of this, what is this called? Daisy. This is, what's it? Why can't I think? Dixie Belle. It's a Dixie Belle chalk mineral paste. And I'll put a little bit of water on this, get a little bit of water in my brush. And again, I'm going to go in here with these two, kind of mix them. And just kind of lighten this up a little bit so that the background doesn't overpower what we want to do in the foreground. And you know me, hey Barbara, how are you? Good to see you. You know me, I never know how it's going to turn out, so you just hang with me, and we'll do this. We'll work through this together. So, I love the color yellow. I love lemons. Any other lemon lovers out there? I was telling my nephew, he's living with us, and anyway, I was telling him I went to to get the window fixed in our van, and they had offered me some cupcakes, and I said, no, I'm okay, I'll be okay. And I know, and I'm mixing 2 colors here. I'm mixing the color Daisy and a buttercream, so I'm mixing these 2 together. Aw, I have a migraine, I'm hanging in there. Have you tried taking magnesium, increasing magnesium? I've heard that can help with migraines. I don't know if it'll help you, but it's certainly worth a try, right? But anyway, so I'm at the auto place. It took about 2 or 3 hours for them to fix the window. And they offered me cupcakes. I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. And then they said the magic word for me, anything lemon, and you've got me. And so they said, well, they're homemade. So one of our customers brought them in, and they're homemade. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. there we go. Gonna snap that on there. They're homemade, and they were lemon, and it was like, that was like all bets were off after that. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have me a cupcake. And I usually don't eat the cupcakes, but I thought, you know, lemon's sounding pretty good, and I had been there a while, so lemon it was, and they were amazing. So I was glad that I gave it a try. All right, here we go. I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to put some pumpkins and some kind of cartoony looking sunflowers. I'll show you in just a minute. So I had a good day. Took my nephew to work. And then after I dropped him off at work, I got together with a friend of mine. She's my card partner. And my husband is taking care of his mom. And, all right, so here we go. We're going to put this on here, y'all. And so that means that we haven't been able to play cards for quite a while, and we're all missing it. But so we got together. I got together with my card partner, and anyway, it was we had a nice catch-up visit. All right, let me get that out of the way, and I am gonna put this like right in here. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm gonna give it my best shot, y'all. Let's see if I want to pull this so that we have the smaller flowers. Let's bring this over here. Let's do that. Let me get some tape. And I think I want to so I'm going to do the pumpkins in orange. And they will have like the, all right, let's see how I'm going to do this. Let me just put that, oh, you know what I ought to do? Never mind. Let me do this. Let me pull this up. Oops, I probably could have left it where it was. I'm going to just leave it there, I think. All right, I'm going to leave that there. That'll hold that down. And I want to let me get some orange. We're going to get some orange, a couple of different oranges, and maybe kind of like a wine color. Okay, I'm going to use these colors here, I think, y'all. And then I want to get, for the flower, I want to put some brown in the middle. So let me get this brush out here. That'll go right in here. And we'll do the orange. This will be, I guess, a brown stem. So let's get several of these brushes out, y'all. These are some of my favorites. These are Essential Stencil brushes, and they're so soft, and I just love the way that they do. All right, so let's start with, I think I want to do kind of a chocolate brown. Put a little bit of this. Oh boy, that needs to be shaken up. Put a little, I think I want to do kind of a brown for the outside edges. Maybe add a little bit of lighter color to it, kind of mix these two. And those will be kind of our sunflowers. So let's see what this is going to do. So I'm going to start with the sunflowers. And I'll put a little bit of this light, I don't even know what color this is. Let me look it up. This is Pebble. So let's see what we're going to get here. Oh, I think this is going to be perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do everything except for the part where the petals are. Do the inside. I might do the middle a little bit darker. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Let me pull this over this way. All right, let me look at it and see what we got. Oh, that's going to be good. All right, so same thing. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab a little bit of this brown and a little bit of this pebble, and I'm going to offload it. And I'm going to do just the sunflowers, and then, oops, no. Okay, well, that's not going to matter. I moved it. I need to put another piece of tape down, so I'll just wait till. All right, so, all right, let me see how I want to do this. I think I'm just going to leave that one alone, and I have to be careful because I'm hitting my belly on the, all right, there we go. There's our brown. And we're going to come in here. I hope this is going to turn out. I'm going to do the stem of this pumpkin in the same brown, y'all. And then we'll see what we have. And I will come back where that tape is, and I'll pull that up in a little bit. I'll do everything but that section right there. And I'll get this little guy here. All right, so again, I'm going to take and get like this, like a chocolate brown and almost like a khaki color. And then again, I'm going to do the stem. And we're going to come over here and we're going to do all of the sunflowers, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do the pumpkins. So yeah, it was good to see my friend. She's been busy with things with her family, and I've been busy with our family, and of course coming online and everything. And so we just kind of sat and chatted for, gosh, a little over an hour. So it was good to catch up on what everybody's doing. And, you know, it's always so much better when we can get together in person, isn't it, y'all? Hey, Nancy, come on in. I'm Julie. My page name is Nothing is Wasted Design, if you're new to my page. If you're not new, let me know. If you are new, you can type new. All right, so here we go, y'all. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get all these little sunflowers on here. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do our pumpkins. All right, so I need to lift this tape up. Here we go. And this is an essential stencil, stencil of the month stencil. This isn't actually for sale, but you can go to stencilofthemonth.com and see what is available. It's the stencil of the month is different every month. And once it sells, once the month is gone, it's a pre-sale. Once it's gone, it's gone. And they have a lot of really nice themes that they do. And this is, for me, I like to get this. It's the 12 by 16 size. It's a premium size. Because you can always use only a portion of it. Or, you know, if you get the smaller size, I guess you can do the repeat pattern. All right, so there we go with that. That should be, oh, this is going to be cute, cute, cute. All right, so there is that. Let me get my pumpkin stems because I want to go ahead and get those. I probably could have done those in green. Do this guy over here. And This one needs to come down. I got to make sure that, oh, I am just moving this all around. All right, hang on. That is, let's see. Well, it's a good thing it's, I've like, all right, that's better. It's a good thing that these patterns are separate from each other, because I have gotten it out of alignment, but that's okay. Because this is going to be, oh, we need to make sure that our pumpkin stems are lined up. That's what we want to do. Just make sure that our pumpkin stems are lined up. And there we go. Let me get another piece of tape on here. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out, y'all. All right, we're going to get some orange. I think I want a bright orange. This is jack-o'-lantern. And I'm going to mix the orange. And I kind of want this. This is alizarin crimson. So I'm going to mix these two colors here, y'all, and see what we get. All right, let me make sure that this is lined up because I shifted it. All right, hang on. Let me lift my tape up. Don't do like I do. Make sure you have a big enough table so that you can tape everything down. All right, there is that. So we're going to go in here and we're going to do the pumpkins. And I'm going to take and I'm going to do a little bit of orange and a little bit of this alizarin crimson. And we're going to see what we get, y'all. We will see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, I like this. Yep, this is a good mix. And we're going to get a little bit of that yellow peeking through. All right, good color. This is a good color combination. I try to make it so that I have, when I'm working with my paints, that I have more than one color. And even though I'm stenciling with this, you can still use more than one color. Because what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to come back. All right, here we go. A little bit of this orange, a little tiny bit of this red, and I'm going to come back and get a little bit more of the orange, and then offload. This one's a little bit more red, but that's okay because we want the variation. The variation in the different pumpkins is going to give us some variety. And that's going to be pretty much covered up there. So let's come over here. I want to get a little bit more orange. So I looked up a while back, you know, why we always have pumpkins and sunflowers together. And of course, it's no surprise that the reason is because they have the same growing season. So if any of y'all are wondering why we always have pumpkins and sunflowers together, that's the reason. All right. I think we're good. I think we're golden. We're going to lift this up and let's see what we got. I think it's going to be good, y'all. All right, let me put this off to the side and not in my paint. I like to put it in my paint palette. All right, so this is what we have. So we got us a little, it's probably a little bit brighter. I was looking for something a little bit more subdued, but that's okay because we're going to come here and we're gonna put our sunflower. Let's get a round brush. This one looks good. And we're going to come in here and I think I want to do, let's see, I'm going to use these colors here. This is Saffron Yellow and School Bus. And so we're going to paint our sunflower and then we're going to add some darker highlights so that it kind of stands out against this yellow. All right, so let's get this out of the way for now. And we're going to come in here, and I probably want to get some of this gold color in here too, y'all. All right, here we go. How is that going to match? That looks pretty good. So we're going to just come in here. And I'm going to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all one color. And then I'm going to come back and do like highlights and lowlights and stuff like that. And so 3 years ago, I had never done anything like this. So if y'all think that, if you're thinking, oh, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. It just takes practice. The more you practice actually working with a paintbrush in your hand, all right, let's see what that's going to do. I'm not real thrilled with those colors together. We'll see. We'll see what we do. The more you practice with the paintbrush in your hand, the easier it gets and the faster you'll go. I used to paint really, really slowly. I still don't consider myself Speedy Gonzales, but I am able to paint faster than I used to. And it's just because I've had a paintbrush in my hand. I am learning that I think anybody can learn how to paint. There are so many programs out there that, thanks Barbara, there are so many programs out there. Rapid Resizer, where you can take like a picture that you like and put it in Rapid Resizer and get a template. And then you can paint, like trace your template onto, actually I kind of like that. You can take your trace the template onto whatever surface you have, and then from there you can paint it. So lots and lots and lots of options out there. With the technology that we have these days, you don't have to be a fine artist. Okay, I'm just getting the sides of this. Okay, this is what we have. Isn't that pretty? And then we're going to put some dark tones in here. And all I did was pour this into an IOD mold. The molds run, I don't know, about $30 by the time you get tax and stuff like that in there. And pour your casting resin in there, and before you know it, you've got your own molds. So lots of options out there. And I started with Chalk Couture in October of 2021, and that got me to the point where I wanted to learn different aspects of crafting. I wanted to learn how to start painting. And so little by little, I've just kind of added a little bit of knowledge here and a little bit of practice and something else there. And here we are. So never underestimate what you can do. We are all created in the image of God, and God is our creator. He is the creator of everything. And since He is a creator, we have the ability to create also. And everybody creates something different. You know, it's like it took me a while, and I can't even honestly say that I still know, what my niche is. I know I like bright colors, and I like a variety of different kinds of crafts and art, but everybody has a different, likeness of what they like. I tend to like bright colors. Just give me bright colors, and I'm happy. That and lemons, right? All right, here we go. All right, this is looking pretty good. And I think what I'll do is let me go in here with a little bit of brown. I'm not sure if this is the right color or not. We're gonna give it our best shot. I'm thinking let's go in here. Oh, I like how the yellow is mixed with that. So I might mix these two together, y'all. I like that mix. And then I think what I'll do is I'll take a darker brown and actually go around the, just kind of filling the paint in. I'll go around the edge with the darker brown. Probably could use a brush that's a little fluffier for this. But this is what I have, so this is what we're going to work with. I'm thinking that what I may do is come back with some gold highlights. All right, let's see what we got, y'all. All right, let's go in here with the dark brown. All right, this is what we have so far. Okay, just a little bit of the dark brown. I mean the lighter brown. All right, let's go in here with the darker brown now. And I want to get these edges here just to kind of frame this. So I've taken several different, you know, workshops from people online, artists and stuff like that. And, you know, there's a lot of like $10 workshops that you can take from people. And, you know, if you really want to learn how to paint, then, you know, take a couple of those $10 workshops and see what you like. I work with, what do you call it? Resin and glass. This would be pretty to have to resin this and put like maybe some glass in the middle, but I'm not gonna have time to do that tonight. How we doing on time? Oh, we're good. Hey, I've got to go pick up my nephew here in a little bit. So I'm going to leave here in about a half hour. So I've got about 30 minutes left to finish this up. Okay, see how this is kind of framing the outside? That's what we want to do. We want to frame this so that it kind of brings your eye into the middle is the idea. All right. Now, Wednesday, tomorrow I'll be on. I'm not sure what time, but Wednesday I will be on at 4 o'clock. I'm doing a fundraiser project for someone who needs, in the Crafton circle, is going through some tough times and needs some help. So I'm not sure what I'm going to make yet, but it should be fun. All right, so this is what we have. Y'all look and see what we got. What do you think? All right, let me get my my glue gun out, because I'm going to need that, because we're going to glue that on there. But before I do, I want to get some. All right, let's move these out of the way. We'll get this plugged in. All right, let's get this dry. Hey, Pat, how are you? All right, I don't think I need my brush. I'm going to put that away. If I need it, I can get it back out of the water. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to get some gold highlights. So let me grab my gilding wax. I'm going to grab that. And what we're going to do is we're going to just take and rub this. Uh-oh. There it is. Let me grab it while I know where it is before I knock it off somewhere else. Y'all, I love my new desk setup that I've had for about, I don't know, maybe 6 months now. All right, so I'm going to take some of this gold and I'm going to just kind of offload it. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. I'm going to give it another color. Whoops. Probably offload it a little bit better. And this has got so many ridges to it that this is perfect for using like the gilding wax or rub and buff or whatever you want to use. And what it's going to do is it's just going to bring out the highlights of that. Give it a little bit of shine. And then I'm going to come in here and do some in the center also. All right, let's see what we got here, y'all. Put that there. Let me wipe my finger off. Wipe a little bit of this off of here. All right, let me see something a minute, because is this my clear? Dark antique. I want the clear. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want to take just a little bit of this off of here. And this should do what I want it to do. Let's see. Yeah. Taking just a little bit of this off of here because I don't want quite that much on there. All right, basic rule of thumb. Oh, this is better. Oil takes off oil, water takes off water. So if you're working with something that's oil-based, like this gilding wax is an oil base, then I took a wax that's an oil base, and that's going to help me kind of tone this down a little bit and take this off. I mean, we all know that oil and water don't mix. So if you need to remove something that's oil based, then get you a clear wax, and that will help pull it out. Okay, this is better. It's not quite so dark. All right, let me show you what I did. I don't know if y'all can see the difference or not, but it kind of toned that down a little bit. And if I wanted to take it off, altogether, I could do that, but I don't want to. All right, so that's better. All right, so let's come in here and see what we have. I probably ought to put a coat of something on here. I think I want to do, all right, let's see. I don't think I want to cover up those pumpkins there. I want to keep the orange in there. All right, so I'm going to put that one there. Let me grab, how are we doing on time? 7:25. All right, so let's look at, where is my, all right, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I don't know where my triple sec, my Duraclear triple sec. All right, I'm going to put some of this on here. Just kind of like a gloss. I'm just going to kind of pour this on here and spread this out. Give it a little bit of a sheen. Kind of give it a, kind of seal it. And again, for those of you that are just hopping on, this is the stencil that I used right here is a essential stencil of the month. And I want to say it was for August, but don't quote me on that. All right, here we go. I'm going to just kind of get a seal on this. Make sure you get your sides. And if there's a back, remember that you always want to do your back. This is just a canvas panel. This is something that if you wanted to, you could put in a, all right, so this is what we have. Isn't that cute? All right, going to put this in my water. We're done with that. And let's dry this, and then we're going to put our sunflower on here. I love this mold, y'all. I really, really like this mold. I have done a couple of things with this sunflower, and it always is pretty. All right, so we're going to bring this up. I want some orange on both sides. And I think we're going to just put it right there. So let's go ahead and glue this on here. There we go. And I think I want to go around the edge with some of this brown. All right, so this is what we have. Isn't that cute? All right, I think I want to go around the edges with some of this dark brown, dark chocolate. Actually, hold on a minute. I might have some ink. I think I have some ink back here. No, where is my ink? Oh, here it is. Did y'all see the little guy that I made the other day? Did y'all see this? This little guy turned out so cute. Isn't he cute? Look at all the little wheat that he's like in the middle of the wheat field. I really like how that turned out. That was a lot of fun to make. All right, so I'm gonna get some I don't know what color. Vintage photo. Let's do vintage photo. That sounds like a good. That sounds like a good color, doesn't it? Let's try it and see what happens. Actually, it's almost the same color as the paint. I could almost use something a little bit darker. And again, when you go around the edges like this, then thanks, Pat. Thanks for sprinkling too. I appreciate that. When you go around the edges like this, what it helps do is bring in, go from the edges to the inside. It's supposed to draw your eye into the middle, is what I'm told. All right, here we go. And we'll just do the sides. It's got quite a bit of ink in it. I could almost use, hold on, I think I want something a little bit darker because I feel like I need something darker. So let's see what we got here. Scorched Timber. Shall we try that? Let's see what this one does. Oh yeah, I like this. This is a little bit darker. Try and get more of the edge on there. There we go. Getting the edges. I'll come over here. Kind of frame it off. Oh, there's a part of me that wants to go over this. I probably should just test it. There's a part of me that wants to go over this sunflower a little bit. I'm going to give it a try and see what we get, y'all. Just to bring out some darker highlights. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? That's good. It just kind of brings out a little bit, kind of outlines the petals. All right, this is what we got. Tell me what you think. You see how the sunflower's a little bit darker now? It's got some raised parts. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. All right, y'all, there we go. This is an 8 by 8 inch canvas panel. It's a Soho canvas panel. Y'all know I like to work with those because it's a great opportunity to learn. They're relatively inexpensive canvases, and you can try. Thanks for all the hearts, y'all. Didn't that turn out cute? I kind of, you know what would be really pretty is if we had like a background that had like a sky blue with this. I may have to try to do one of those because I think that would be really pretty. All right, y'all, that's what I have for you. I hope that it inspired you to try something new. I'm Julie with Nothing Is Wasted Designs. Please hit the follow button if you're not following me. And I hope y'all have a great night. I love you. Jesus loves you more. And may you be blessed the rest of the night. All right, bye, y'all. Thanks for hanging in with me.